Hello everybody, how are you today? I hope you are doing great because it is a fabulous day. Today we're going to be talking about snowflakes. No, not snowflakes that fall from the sky, but people who are snowflakes. So if you want to know more about this, just stick around. Not everybody has heard the term snowflakes. Now, a snowflake is a derogatory term, so don't be calling anybody a snowflake if they're your friend. But have you heard about what a snowflake is? Let me try to explain. A snowflake is a term that came up because of some people being so delicate that they couldn't take criticism. So delicate that they had to be like overprotective of themselves, or somebody had to be overprotective, like don't tell Joe that his shirt looks really bad because he's a snowflake. You know, he's so delicate, he'll just fall apart. So through the use of the word snowflake, it has evolved to mean a lot of things. And one of the things that it means is people who just they think they're special. They think they're so unique and they're so special that they're above any kind of criticism. So not only does the term snowflake apply to a person who's very delicate and sensitive and can't take criticism, but it also applies to a person who thinks that they're really unique and special. So why am I talking about snowflakes? Well, because each generation has its fortes. You know, we have certain things that we're strong with and certain things that we may not be that strong about. And what I am encountering, because this term snowflake actually applies to younger people, like millennials and younger, that's where it turned out, you know, that they started using it. And I kind of think that we need to help our younger generations be stronger. We need to have them be more resilient and roll with the punches. We need to have them be able to take criticism and say, yes, you know, you're right, I have to work on that, without falling apart like a snowflake would. I think it would be a really good thing to see grandparents, because grandparents come from even like my parents, like my mom. I don't know what generation we would call her, but not my generation, but my mom. She would be like the great grandparent or the grandparent to a generation that might need some lessons on, you know, character fortification, like work ethics. Let me tell you a story. I remember one day I used to be a job counselor, and I had this guy come. I had found him a great job, and he comes to me and he starts complaining because it was a great job because it paid very well and it had benefits. It was a hard job because it was in construction. And he came one day and he said, I don't want to work there anymore. It's a horrible job. My boss is crazy. And I'm listening very concerned, and I'm saying, well, you know, why is he crazy? He says, because he tells me to dig a hole here, and then he tells me to dig another one over there, and he changes his mind and he says, dig it here and then over there. And then I say, okay, are you being paid per the hour? He says, yeah, of course. Did they pay you that day that you dug the hole everywhere that he changed his mind? He says, yes, I did. And I go, okay, then what's the problem? So that illustrates what I think is a problem in certain work ethics and in certain mentalities of what we might be calling, you know, snowflake. You're there to work. So work, it's not going to hurt you, you know, if that's your job, to, you know, whether it's to clean tables or dig holes, it's okay. You do your job. And I find this all the time. I really, really do. This may be turning into a rant. I don't want to rant. I want to do something productive. So I really want the grandparents who come from a generation where they had to work really, really hard through immigration. Maybe they had to come from one country to another and work super hard because they had to get used to a whole new environment, or maybe through very limited resources and they had to work very hard so that they can, you know, start a life for their family. Or you know, I think that people who work hard have great work ethics, and they're stronger, and they don't fall apart because they had to work very hard to survive, right? But then I think that some people who are not used to working hard and have been given everything to them have a tendency to complain at the least bit of effort that they have to put forth, or at the least bit of criticism that they get, and that's why they're called snowflakes. So what can we do about this snowflake mentality that we have going on? That's the point of this video. What can we do? I think number one, if we're raising a generation, if we're raising children, whether they're our grandchildren or our children, I think we need to teach them work ethic. They need to work hard. Work, in its word, work, is not like easy. It is effort. It is work. So you have to sweat, you know, you have to get it done, and it's hard. And if you celebrate hard work, it teaches work ethic. So for example, what I like to do is I like to say, if somebody does a really good job, I like to say, wow, you worked really hard on that, rather than just say, wow, that turned out really great. Because for me, the emphasis should be on the actual work that has been put forth. So if we have children or younger people around us, then maybe we can start teaching them that work is a really good thing to be celebrated, so that they're not snowflakes when they grow up. And if they're already snowflakes, then maybe we need to talk to them about it and try and teach them to be more resilient. You know, like how many people, let's think about this, how many kids nowadays know how to ride a bike? Not that many, because sometimes I think their parents are afraid they're going to fall. I went to the park the other day and they had a jump house at the park. Okay, and I saw 3 parents go into the jump house with their kids. 3, not 1, 3. I'm like, oh no, we're raising a snowflake right there. 1, 2, 3 snowflakes. Let your kid fall, because in falling, they learn how to, number 1, get up after having fallen, and number 2, how to avoid the fall next time. So yeah, let's not raise snowflakes, and if we have any snowflakes around us, let's try to save them. So that's what this video is about. Had you heard the term snowflake before? And if you have, do you know a snowflake? I hope you liked this video. Please subscribe. But more important than all of that, I hope that you have a day filled with peace, love, and joy. Bye-bye.